10 things money teaches you about others. Money is seen as an indicator of success. Often, rich people are regarded as role models because wealth usually dictates a person's economic position. The wealthy are commonly seen as intelligent and capable, while the poor are degraded. While a lot of rich people are looked up to, money and image also creates a lot of pressure in their lives. It's not all rainbows and sunshines. The privilege that they acquire comes with a price, and that is the constant fear of losing their position in the society. On the other hand, the poor are misjudged. The society starts perceiving the poor as irresponsible and incompetent. This just proves how people see money. The world's view and attitude towards you revolves around the money that you have. That's why you have to be cautious of who you surround yourself with. One thing's for sure, we'll never make conclusions about you based on your wealth. Instead, we'll teach you these little lessons that you might know about how people react when you have money. Welcome back to Independent Luxury, where we give you a peek of the luxurious life you wish to live. Today, we're going to discuss 10 ways about how having money impacts what people say and feel about you. Starting at number 1. Some people won't want to make changes in their lives, so you must go forward and leave them behind. Friends are cool to have, especially when they're supporting your growth. You have friends that go with you throughout your journey. You all work at the same time and start at the same levels. As you go and work harder, you're getting closer to your goal, while some are not making any efforts to excel in their work. So you can only have the same levels if you give up and go down from the things you've worked hard for, or they can start making the effort to get to your level and continue working towards their goals. Obviously, you shouldn't throw away all your progress for the sake of your friendship. The best that you can do is help them, but you have to make sure that they're willing to accept your help, or else they will be the ones pulling you down. So when they choose not to work towards their dreams and they don't want any of your help, it's time to leave them behind. Number 2. They think that you have no worries when you have money. Most of the time, when people know that you are financially stable, they think that you have it all and you have no more problems in your life. They can even go as far as invalidating your emotions because, as they say, you have no right to complain because you have it all. Perhaps there are people whose only problem is money, and achieving good financial standing will free them from any existing problems that stresses them out. They have risked their health and mental stability just to find financial resources, and people may think that nothing can be as stressful as that. So, wealthy people are seen as privileged crybabies when they try to vent out their feelings. Guess what? Problems like depression, breakups, deaths, identity crisis, etc. are just as stressful as not being able to spend your needs. Assuming that once a person has money, they become trouble-free will only cause trauma and such. Number 3. When you learn to say no to their requests, they will say that you've changed because of money. We all know that change is an important thing. As you grow up, you encounter experiences that will give you lessons which you will use to cultivate and mold yourself into a better person. And being a better person doesn't mean merely saying yes to achieve people's approval. Striving to be better means seeking what's best for your overall being, even if it means refusing to do requests that do not seem appropriate to you. The people around may feel like your growth is a sign of arrogance because they will stop benefiting from you. They think that having money got into your head and they're assuming you're feeling superior to them. The only way you can find who you really are is by being independent and not letting people or even your family take full control of you. Number 4. People are always willing to be at your service. When you're rich, people are always ready to do you favors while expecting something of the same value or even greater in return. More than just negotiating with cash, helping while expecting benefits becomes the norm. It's all about clout, connections, and assistance. You improve your skills and build your portfolio to help your friends, while they return the favor by also helping you in their field of expertise. That's how you usually build wealth together, and who knows, you might build greater friendships through helping each other. Number 5. Everyone will take advantage of your wealth. People around usually like to assume you're wealth. They judge you based on what you can afford. And when they get a feeling that you're wealthy, they're likely to charge you extra for their services. One example is when you try to contact your plumber or contractor to fix your faucet or arrange your furniture. There are tendencies when they would charge you an extra fee to complete their task. Of course, you can fight for your rights and tell them it's wrong, but you can try negotiating. Although most of the time, you just end up paying it just to not waste your time. But remember, money doesn't grow from trees. So the next time you agree to charge it double, make sure you are also provided with quality works and products. Number 6. People validate your capabilities based on your wealth. Most of the time when people are rich, they are viewed as smart. They are seen as competent and capable of pulling off a conversation. Sometimes the poor will even see the wealthy as capable and intelligent, even when they're taking out of the topic's scope. You can hear things like, "Oh, he's highly educated and he came from a prestigious school. He must be adept with knowledge and skills in that field." However, it doesn't work that way all the time. No matter how wealthy you are, you must keep your feet on the ground and showcase your true capabilities to everyone. Number 7. People are embarrassed when they're not financially stable. Perhaps you have tried being invited by your friend on a trip, and as someone who doesn't have money, you have to make excuses because you felt ashamed that you lacked money. While it is a thing that must be preferably kept private, part of the reason why you don't want to tell your friends is because you feel embarrassed. When you meet with your uncles and aunts and you aren't well off, you might feel shy to face them and tell them about your life's current status. Moreover, if you do not tell them anything, they instantly assume that you have an abundance of money. This tells how money really influences people's perception. Number 8. People would have no idea that you're rich unless you let them know. How many people do you encounter every day? Do you think any of those people are wealthy? Most likely. Most of the time, we only see rich and successful people as those people who are talking on TV or those who flaunt it on social media. That's not always the case though. Some people can buy a lot of properties, yet when you pass by them, you won't even know how wealthy they are. The point is, the world is filled with rich people who do not want attention. Wealthy isn't always about bragging. You can wear a $50,000 watch today and a $50 watch tomorrow and people would barely notice. People doesn't really care how rich you are unless you flaunt it. The world doesn't revolve around you. People have better things to do and sometimes it's all just your insecurity eating you up. Number 9. People are hyped with the secret to your wealth, but barely give attention to the process of achieving it. When people see you succeed, you are greeted with a lot of questions on your success secret. However, when you talk about the process, people barely listen to you. Worse, they don't believe the hardships that you have gone through. They try to justify their economic position by putting you down and telling you that it's all because you have someone backing you up, or that you have privileged access to opportunities. They try to disregard all the efforts that you put into work. The important thing is, you know what you've worked hard for. Advice and documentation of the process is free for everyone. It's up to you how to utilize these materials. Number 10. Money gives you access to see the processes and risks that people go through. Having money means you can gain access to the circle of the rich and see how their daily life goes. Their daily routines, the negotiations they make, and the network they establish. You can say that even the rich are truly stressed out. Building wealth isn't an easy thing. They are always thinking of ideas to generate money and how their existing businesses can continue to work. They face bigger risks in losing assets and such. You can see the difference between the rich and the poor. The poor, on the other hand, mostly strive and face risks with the goal to survive and get their daily necessities. Well, having money indeed helps you in a lot of ways, from greater opportunities to establishing secure connections, But having money comes with a price. Sometimes people define you according to your wealth, so you must make sure to wisely pick your relationships. How about you? How do you think the people around you act when you have money? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to click the subscribe button and make sure to tune in for more videos like this. Again, this is Independent Luxury, where we give you a peek of the luxurious life you wish to live. See you next time!